Hi. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Just Enough Heshy Show.
All right.
Let's see. Let me introduce my co-hosts. We have Neil, the voice of reason.
Hey.
Yeah, if you need reason, you go to Neil. We have again Gary. He's here with politics and knowing stuff. And of course, we have our host Heshy, the Just Enough Heshy Show, the main guy.
You know, SD, you gotta say it slow. Just enough, Heshy.
Yeah, not too much, just enough.
And of course, we have our beautiful SD with another beautiful hair ribbon, flower in the hair. Thank you.
Actually, I didn't pay for this. I was at like a fair, and there was this entire bow place, and when they left this green one, which I needed perfectly because I don't have a green. Was that considered stealing? They kind of left it on the floor and ditched.
No.
Was that this week?
No. This was a while back, and I was just like, green flower, dibs. So,
Anyways, we're going to open the show with one of my quotes. Now, Neil, I want to tell you this. I know you're going to laugh. I had so many beautiful quotes this week. I was doing a lot of research on it.
I know,
and
but you were running late. You did, and you weren't on time this week on anything.
But anyways, I got a quote the last minute, and it blew me away. And
you look like you've been blown away.
Yeah, blown away. Anyways, this one, I want everybody to really listen to this. Happiness. And I'm talking about myself.
You're happy and you know it. Clap your hands.
You're not going to let me do it? This is the most important part of the show.
Okay.
I am determined to be cheerful and happy in whatever situation I may find myself. For I have learned that the greater part of our misery or unhappiness is determined not by our circumstances, but by our disposition.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
It's all in the head.
It's all in the head.
You want to feel like something's difficult? It feels difficult.
You got to be happy each day. You got to travel. You have struggles. And that's it. You know what? I was talking to a guy, a wonderful man. He does a lot of charity work and donations. And
he's one of your clients.
One of the good guys.
One of the really good guys. And I was sitting with him in the car, and I never hear him complain. Never. And I was bitching to him about something, and I even complained about it.
Surprised you never heard someone complain?
No, but I did. But not him. And I'm sitting there with him, and finally says to me, "Hesh, listen to me. I'm in my 60s. My wife is 61. She climbs up and down a ladder, and she makes a feel. I don't need this. I don't need people coming to me all the time, bitching and complaining and asking for help. I'm tired of this. I'm ready to give it up." And when I heard this wonderful, powerful, intelligent, well-spoken man do this, it hurt me. And I said, "I'm sorry. I'm even sorry I bitched you. I know you have a hard day. I know so many people ask me."
Are you allowed to say that on the radio?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not one of the 11
It's not one of
words.
the 11 words? I thought it was only 7. But
7.
And I felt so bad. I apologized to him. I said, "I'm sorry." And I
7-11, by the way, said not this week, maybe next week.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. 7. Very good.
Right.
We got some serious advertising today, and Este's going to do that, and then we're going to continue our show. But I have
but you were talking about happiness a second with the old man.
Right. So he's not an old man. He was an old man.
So why wasn't he happy?
He was happy. He was just he has so many troubles. That's his job, just to help people who are in trouble.
And he doesn't enjoy that he makes a difference in people's lives.
And he tells me all the time, "This is the way God wants it. This is the way God wants me to do. This is the way God doesn't need me to have money. I'm going to do it. I'm going to raise money." And I see him, and then he says, "I'm tired. I want to give it up." And I says, No. I apologize. Because I really don't know who would replace a guy like this. This guy is irreplaceable in the things that he does. One person at a time, one group of people at a time. And whenever he allows me to help him, or I do anything small, or I get him a donation or something, I feel 100 times better. Now, this guy's doing 1,000 times more than me. And I feel so powerful, and I can't believe that he's ready to give it up. But I know he's exhausted. Everybody gets exhausted, especially before the holiday season.
And you know what? And I think a lot of people who have been working and doing the same job for 30 years, 25 years, you get burnt out, But
you're not supposed to get burnt out. You're not supposed to get, because if you listen to my quote today about happiness, and I have another one about struggles, that's the way life is. And you got to wake up every morning.
That's life on the ground.
Right. You got to wake up.
The point of life is to grow. Right. So that's why you need
to grow. It's to
become a better person.
I can relate to the people that think that growth and goodness and fun and money and this has to be through pain.
It doesn't have to be, but a lot of people don't learn otherwise.
No, it's all in the head. What you just said is the truth. It's not hard. It's not a pain. It's not hard. It's just a matter of fact. It's like if you have to stop by the shoemaker and the cleaners today and the baker and like a busy Friday. You got to make 11 different stops in a neighborhood. The cars don't move. Really, it's not difficult. Really, there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing. No, this is what it is. This is how you do it, and that's it.
I went,
and you know you're going to get it done because you do it every week. No. So there's no reason to be in a bad mood about it.
I went, and I want to talk about one of our people that who did very good for us, Rockland Kosher. I'm going away for the holiday Passover, and I'm going down to Florida. So I go make this order by Rockland Kosher. Because I've been trying to go down there for a month. Finally, I pick myself up. I go in the car. I know it's a schlep. I go down there. I know I drag myself there. I get there. They're not ready. They're busy. They're not running around. I said, I'm going to give a big order.
What are they? Who are they?
They are like kosher, one of the biggest kosher supermarkets, and they have everything.
Where Muncie.
Muncie, they have everything located for Passover, and they make me a delivery. Everything I order, they got everything, and I make a big order, a few $1,000s, because I'm going to have about 31 people with me for the Seder this year. And it's gonna be a fun Seder. I want to.
How do you carry it back?
That Afrikaans.
It's Afrikaans, right? So every year, me and my sons have a fight. This year, I'm so smart. I'm really gonna trick them on the Afrikaans. I mean, my oldest boy is 23, the other one 20, but I'm gonna get them.
You're telling them in advance. That's not smart.
Oh, sure. That's the whole beauty of it. how smart I am. I'm gonna outsmart the smarties.
Even though they already know you're going to outsmart them.
Right.
Even though they're looking out for it, you're still going to get them.
Exactly. That's the point. And if I win, which I never lose, this is the beauty of it. Like I never lost them. And
you know why? Because he says I never lose.
No. I have a witness.
Never lost in Monopoly, Risk.
That's it. So, wait a minute.
Risk takes hours. Never like an 8-hour game.
So my children always joke about it. Oh, so we went to a wedding a couple of weeks ago, and I met a guy who I grew up with from camp, and he went over to my sons. Your father never lost in Risk or Monopoly. And my son said, I cheated. I said, but I was never caught. I was never caught.
Why would you want to cheat?
Right.
He was playing 4 games at one time with the same pieces. Nothing.
No.
Now I'm in Russia. Now I'm in Turkey.
You'll never play with me again after that. But I want to tell you guys a funny story before we start our advertisements. And Rockland Kosher, wonderful place, full kosher needs. They deliver all across the United States for you, whatever you do. I gave them a big, gigantic order, and they.
How'd you bring it back?
I don't bring it back.
They send it to you.
They put it on a pallet, and they put it on a truck, and they ship it right to my front door. And I just unloaded.
Refrigerated?
Whatever, refrigerated item, not refrigerated items. And the guy walked with me aisle to aisle, item by item, which one is super kosher, which one you shouldn't have. He gave me suggestions.
What is super kosher mean?
Whatever, you have to be very careful.
It was blessed by the rabbi twice.
There are different groups that eat different kind of items for the Passover holiday, and this guy was just right across the border. My friend Heshy came in.
And he knew how many people you
and I told him how many people I'm doing for, and he gave me some more suggestions. Do you know that I even found kosher pizza for Passover? I'm like,
let me give you a big suggestion.
Yeah.
Don't think you have pizza for Passover.
I know I don't.
When you take a bite into that,
makes no difference.
I could kill.
It's in my brain that I'm eating pizza. I'm eating a hot dog with a.
You can put cheese on a matzah and put it in the oven.
I got that's what I know that. But still, it came in a box that says pizza. I'm going to show all the little kids. You know, I'm going to have like about 15 little kids by me, and I'm going to make sure that everybody sees that.
You're going to make sure they like it.
Right. Anyways, I want to tell everybody a funny story before SD starts.
Go for it.
The funny story is there was a story in India that this you know how they set up their weddings.
I don't think it was funny.
I think it was funny.
I think it's really pathetic.
But listen to the story. They'll like the story, but I want to tell it to you. They have these matchmaking
arranged
marriages in India.
Right.
So this pretty girl gets arranged to meet with the boy, and she met him once or twice, and he says, "I'm educated, I'm smart," and so on. She goes under the the wedding ceremony they have over there. Guy, I want you to like. You're gonna like this one. And she gets there, and they get married. And right over there in front of everybody in the ceremony, she says, I want to ask you one question, a small math question. How much
Indians are very good at math, right?
Okay, anyways, right. She says, how much is 15 plus 6? So he answers, 17. She says, are you crazy? And she right there, right at the ceremony, walks away. And the whole place gets crazy. The police had to get involved to return all the gifts. That's how complicated
But
it is.
I don't understand. But it was after the ceremony,
Too bad.
so according to their religion.
No,
and
it doesn't
stuff-
work like that, bro.
No?
She could get divorced. I don't want to be married to him. He didn't keep his word. I think in the Indian Buddhist or whatever thing it is, that you have to, promise certain things, and if you break any of your promises, right then and there is like
Right.
if you're an adulteress, the husband or the father could kill you. Even I think I understand. It's stupid stuff.
Right.
I'm sure.
Like if you say you're 6 feet tall and really you're 5'7".
Right. Stop it. Anyways, Esty, tell us who's going to be. First of all, what show are we on, Esty?
We are on the Just Enough Heshy
By the way,
show.
anybody who wants to comment that if you want to walk away from your marriage right in the beginning, tell me why. What did they do wrong? What lie did your spouse, husband, or wife? I know that I never lie. So my wife cannot walk in.
Oh
Why
my gosh.
No, to Linda you never lied.
Never lied to her.
You have the rest of the world to lie.
That's all that counts. That's why she hasn't walked away from me in 25 years. What a
25 years.
what a beautiful Corvette.
Wow, that's silver.
Think about this. She has to deal
I
with
didn't
the
know that.
Corvette
1
thing.
minute. I'm silver?
Yeah,
I thought it's diamond.
times 75.
So 50 is gold.
And 75 is done.
So so 25 is just silver?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Why silver?
Because nobody makes it to gold. Silver. Yeah. What's before
People
that?
make it to gold.
They do.
Yeah, it's
I
the
did read-
diamond ones.
I am going to
that
tell
are
us. Yeah,
rough.
diamonds are very rough. Very rough. I don't think Linda will make it. I'm going to make it.
Wait, what do you mean gold and diamond?
Every
No,
like if
that's
you
it.
have like 7 years, it's like some kind of number.
Oh, it's like
10
that.
years. What's 10 years?
Lucky.
Exactly, lucky. So 20 and 25. So I'm actually a quarter of a century married to this girl. Wow. And it's just like yesterday.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Gary,
amazing?
look at this Gary. I never seen Gary laugh. Gary, that's funny.
And she
Anyways-
hasn't left him, even though he keeps calling her a
There
Corva.
was a couple of close
That's
calls.
She
dedication.
knows what a curve is.
I know, but she hasn't left him for it. That's dedication.
Anyways,
It's tolerance. It's
If you have any
compromise.
comment why somebody or any funny story about why somebody left you or something like that or something crazy, give us a call at 718-303-9090. And what show are they listening to that they can make this call and funny comment?
Right. So you are listening to the Just Enough Heshy show. You can get us on Facebook, Just Enough Heshy. We're live on YouTube right now if you want to see
Right now?
what we look
Yes,
like.
yes.
So yeah, just go to Just Enough Heshy. We're the first thing that, pops up. We also have the Just Enough Heshy Twitter page.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Go ahead.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
hashtag Just Enough Heshy. You can tweet him and he'll be so psyched because it's Twitter and he's learning how to do it. And every time he figures it out, he gets excited.
And we don't arrest the emails after 90 days.
Yes. If you'd like to advertise with us or just shoot us an email, you can get us on the justenoughheshy@gmail.com. Yeah, you can email us. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. And again, you can call us at 718-303-9090. Let's see, our first advertiser. We have the Black Label e-cigarettes.
Wonderful.
Mikey.
So, yes.
Mikey, I was talking to Mikey today.
Yeah.
I says, Mikey, I have to know the date for May to prepare. I want to go buy a suit and stuff. Oh, no, he says to me, and this is the words he said, you're going to love this. The Corva doesn't know what date yet. It might be in June. I says, that's how you talk about it? Yeah, she's getting used to it. It's like, I couldn't believe it came out like a flow, like he's used to the word. I was so proud of him.
See, this is what the good man gives credit for, calling someone a Corva.
I'm allowed to have
Give credit for something worthwhile.
Okay.
This is
So, yeah.
amazing.
So yeah, you can get your e-cigarettes at blpremiumesig.com. You can also call Mikey at 561-239-5941. I feel like I should know the number by heart right now.
Good.
So yeah, we have Yossi Lefkowitz, amazing personal trainer with like 17 certificates and fancy machines I can't name. He's located on 16th and 48th Street, but you can also, he'll also come to your house. You can call him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Consultants.
We do violations, plans, permits. We consult. We teach you what to do. You call us. We give you free consultation. 718-871-0382. 718-871-0382. Call us. I got a lot of people calling me. I give out free estimates, quotes. We help lawyers. We help title closers. I'm helping now somebody who had like a $500,000 bill, and I showed her that she was wrong by 200 grams. She was buying the house in violations, and we were able to settle it for 25 cents on the dollar. Also, don't forget, there's something close called Palm Gardens Senior Center, run by Ellie Taub, a wonderful boy. 917-903-5375, 917-903-5375.
Yeah, everyone's a boy when it comes to
Yeah,
Heshy.
everybody's a kid to me.
So yeah, you want to take a caller maybe?
Go ahead, take a call. Let's see
Okay,
if we
so
get a funny call.
again, you're listening
So
to the
early in the show, I know. Wow.
Yes, again, you're listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303-9090.
Oh.
Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Yeah.
Heshy,
Yes.
it's your buddy.
Which one?
I got a lot of buddies.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'm the guy from Queens.
Ellie, how are you, Ellie?
Yeah, you know only one person from Queens?
I know many in Queens, but Ellie's one of those guys that you can't forget.
You can't forget.
How are you, Ellie?
You're talking about marriage. You know what the whole secret of successful marriage is?
What? Please tell me.
By our
I'll
flowers?
tell you.
Because I'm on shaky ground every day.
You realize
25 years.
by the Yiddish Welt, they have a honeymoon every 2 weeks. That's a successful marriage.
explain that to the
No, we
public?
don't want to explain that to the public. This is an adult content show. We're all legitimate here. Everybody should understand that.
So yeah, they do say that is what's successful.
But I want you to know something, Ellie. I want you to know who I believe is the most successful marriage. I have a partner, Penny. The man is not as married.
Yes, I know, Penny.
And he's not married as long as me, but that is a man who is an honorable man. He is his
A tzaddik.
a tzaddik, because a tzaddik is a holy man, because he
A
knows
righteous man.
a righteous man, because you know why? He believes that his wife is the boss, and when she calls, he drops everything. He runs, even will give up his own gym time for her.
That's so
And
sweet.
he does. It's not sweet. He's a dumbbell. No, but
Hey,
he's a
Heshy, that would get you into trouble.
hey, it's not my wife. But he is a good boy, and that is what a man should do, because we're not married. Men and women.
Lately, he's been pumping up.
I'm only pumping up Penny because he does good stuff. Not only, I know. He's really nice, and he's he's giving me a break. He's telling me that.
Penny, what's going on?
No.
What's the real school?
He's helping me my vacation. He helped me put on a what's it called again? You know those
mezuzah?
Not a mezuzah. No, on the back of your car. You have this thing in the back of your car.
No, I don't have.
For the
No.
bumper?
Not for the bumper.
Scratch it.
Yeah.
Those flyers.
No, the thing that connects to U-Haul. That connects to U-Haul.
Oh, yeah.
The hitch.
Oh, okay.
And he helped me put it on. He says, "Oh, I want you to take a good time." He actually prepared me. He's a good man.
I would check your car with a
I
pen
would do
before
that.
you go.
I know he's up to something, but he doesn't want me back.
Heshy.
Yes.
No, Iker is. Listen. We, Baruch Hashem, all the mishigas that we do with our wives.
Your second word is Yiddish.
They always put up with us. And you know what? Because we do everything for them. Listen, my Rebbitzin right now is out of town because her father is not well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm home with the kids.
You're a good man.
I'm not a good man. My wife made me a good man.
Right.
Yeah.
I give her all the credit.
You see, now, Esther, listen to this behind. Every good man is a...
She's a great woman.
Well, I was going to say Kurva, but okay, fine. I agree with you on that. The truth of the matter is we couldn't do it alone. We couldn't raise those children alone.
By
The
way,
truth is,
and behind every lousy man, there's a woman.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We can't take all the blame. It goes both ways.
So yeah.
But Ellie, that's nice of you to call. And I do love your wife. She's such a sweet girl, and she does a lot of good. And I only wish her father to be good and healthy.
By the way, you'd be surprised how many men I've met who expect that their wives will shape them up. Like they're like, "Oh, I'm like this now. I'll get mad." Like they expect to find a woman to actually change them. I've heard this from a few men. Isn't that interesting?
Well, Ellie, we got a lot of other things to talk about. Thank you for your call, Ellie.
I want a topic. I want to talk about the topic of Bibi Netanyahu with his speech.
We are going to get to that. Not to the speech, but we're going to talk about what Bibi
Do you want to
promised.
say something specific about that?
Yeah, Ellie.
Well, basically, I feel...
Wait a minute. I was going to ask you, do you believe there should be a Palestinian state? Should we give them a shot at the game?
No.
Why?
Because...
Don't say because they're murderers. What happens if they One minute. What happens if they promise to behave? They're going to help us. They're going to be our friends.
Heshy, they're not going to behave.
Stop.
Okay? When Netanyahu spoke, what you call it? President Obama snubbed him. Okay, his little childish act by not coming to the thing. He should have swallowed his pride and come to the speech and listen to him speak. Instead, he snubbed him. He sat back in his office, and his little Democrats, his little children, did not follow. They followed him, and they were crying, "Oh, he didn't invite me." That is baloney. Okay, he has to swallow his pride because he's not showing only to the world that he ignores and not coming to a prime minister of another state speech. He's showing all the Democrats it's also right not to snub.
Got the message.
Well, Ellie, thank you for the call. We're going to talk about that. So, listen, what do you say, Gary? What do you say about that?
I think it's more complicated than that. And I think what you're saying, I'm not going to go against it, but I'm saying that there's an election it's going on right now. It actually started already.
It started already? What? It's only
they start voting early there.
What? It's only like 2 a.m. over there.
They start voting early. Okay?
Really? Wow. Yeah. Go ahead.
And that's going to have a lot of implications. And there's been very little discussion on what's going on in that campaign in America. What do you think about the campaign?
Oh. No.
Well, we lost it, but I believe that Netanyahu is going to win with no problem.
We hope so. My brother
That's
actually.
Not what the polls say, right?
I know that he is behind like in 4 seats. I think it is. It was like Netanyahu.
I don't get it. You know, Obama does a crappy job, and they allow him another term. Bibi, he does such an amazing job. People are like, we want him out. What is that?
What do you mean he did? Well, how many terms didn't Bibi get already? 2 terms and 1 term once before.
He's like 7 years.
But wasn't he good?
But no. Oh, with the first time, 7 years old.
But why fix what's not broken? Like one good president that like never happened.
Well, we need a change.
Yes, Israel's very, very divisive. It's very.
You're right. Let's get them a black president and promote change.
No, but you see, look at America.
That worked out great for us.
Secular, they have the Haredim, they have the Mizrahi, they have, it's all.
But my question too is, even if Bibi loses,
who they pull together.
Right. So if Bibi loses, even I think
he can still put together.
He can still put together a coalition.
But the question
is, who's the coalition?
Yeah. But there's another question, and who is interfering with the elections in Israel? There's plenty of operatives coming over from America.
So usually we argue, but
this is not the first time.
But this is the first time that's really a massive effort.
Last time they think they sent the guy Finkelstein or something.
Yeah, there was 1 or 2 consultants. Now it's a total get out the vote operation. Right. They're targeting.
But my question is usually a different. But Gary, usually but usually another country's elections does affect America's economy, the Dow Jones. It affects so many things that we get nervous about. In Israel, what are we nervous about? We don't care who really wins the election. Both sides are on our side over there. I mean, it won't hurt us in any way.
You have to look at the context of putting operatives in Israel. No.
Look, Obama doesn't want Bibi to win.
Big deal. So he doesn't want him to win. And if he loses, the other side is going to be worse than Bibi?
No, for Obama, he thinks it's going to be better.
I got that. But again, it doesn't affect American policy in any way. Israel's still going to defend us.
No, right now,
Israel's still going to be watching our backs.
Is fighting the American policy. The American policy is to sign a deal with Iran, basically BS, no conditions. It's all nonsense. Nothing, not Ronald Reagan conditions.
Well,
let's put it that way.
If you like what Neil says, call the Just Enough Heshy show, because I don't like what Neil has to say.
Well, you got to add one more thing into what Neil's saying.
Yes.
Within a week of the election, there will be a preliminary deal probably with America and Iran. And they're talking about taking it to the UN and totally bypassing Congress. So there's a lot going on politically at this moment that's going to affect the future of Israel.
Can I ask you a question, Gary? 1980, Israel blew up the Iraqi nuclear power plant. Is that correct? Now, if I'm correct, America... 1980.
Somewhere around there.
It was 1980, if I'm correct. It was 1980 or something like it. Can you check that out, people in that control booth?
No, computer's down. Yeah,
computer's down. So anyways, I remember...
You just thought of that now? They just made it out.
We were friends with Iraq. America was friends with Iraq, and they gave them the stuff. They helped Iraq, if I'm correct, with the nuclear thing. And still, Israel blew up the power plant, and America wasn't too happy about it.
How come they're friends with Cuba?
So they make friends with Iran. So they make the given thing. If Israel takes their planes and blow them up, there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
We're not going to war with Israel. America is never going to war with Israel.
But according to the news,
Who would win that war?
Obama said
We'll
to
blow up
Israel,
their planes.
We're going to shoot them out of the air.
If you can catch them.
It's not a.
They can
They're
catch
not going to catch them.
America's superior.
I don't believe so. I believe
Israelis have been falling down a little bit. They're getting soft in the belly.
But they've got some prime players over there.
Israel's
It sounded
smarter.
like this is the 1960s. The weapons now have nothing to do with the 1960s. The kind of weapons we have now could be very terrible in a moment's notice. To compare it to what it was in the past, this is different. This is a different game.
We really have powerful weapons now. With those bunker busters.
If you make a mistake here,
and Israel's not
of course, these people
too
are
big. American can always say, "Oh, whoops, we made a mistake."
But
and it went off by 30 miles.
We have a lot of people here that won't allow America to get away with stuff like that.
But we don't seem to have enough people, because look how many people didn't show up to BB's speech.
Right, and I want to apologize to that.
People.
I did scream at Rangel.
Well, he changed his mind. Because originally he said
no,
he's not going.
Right, and then I read the paper. He did a lot, and I did scream about him. I did rant and rave about him. But I did hear he got a lot of pressure from his people, and he was scared. So he ended up showing up, even though I didn't see him in the television when I was watching the YouTube clip.
Right,
on it.
I don't know his history on Israel.
It's been very positive.
You know what it is? I think
he has been positive. I never heard him talk any positive.
Because he's in charge of the money,
He was in charge.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. They took it away from him.
You know what it is? If America and Israel ever got into a fight, I still think Israel could win, because everybody underestimates the little guy. Yeah, there's fewer of them, but they are smart. They figure stuff out.
By the way,
who the dome? Who invented that?
Israel.
Israel invented it. America built it.
Right.
So they are smart. They can figure it out. They can position in the right place to get America. I think Israel could win that.
Anyways, Israel. By the way, the Israeli attack on the Iraqi nuclear power plant was 1981.
In 1981.
1981.
Okay.
So I was off by a year.
No, because I just remember the Shah was a mess. It was 79.
Right.
All I'm trying to say to you is there's a lot of very crucial things happening within the next 2 or 3 weeks, which is going to have a lasting impact.
Yeah, and then
and you can't just say
people in Israel are going to have to really make a choice.
Right.
Whether BB has their best interest at heart.
I was reading in one of these new newspapers called The Connection that a lot of the Arab Gulf states are gradually on the side with Israel about the Iranian nuclear threat. And it says here,
I'll tell you right now who: Jordan,
Saudi Arabia,
Saudis,
the Arab Emirates, Egypt, and a lot of the Sunni Muslim majority population.
Right.
They're on the side, Central Asia, or whatever, crossroads between whatever. So a whole bunch of people there are joining Israel on the Iranian thing, which I'm very impressed with.
Don't be impressed. They don't want their ass kicked in a couple of years. Well, it's the Saudis want to keep that.
It's very complicated there. Yesterday, the Secretary of State Kerry said he wants that America's going to have direct talks with Assad in Syria, and everybody's screaming today. But if you look at the problem there, there's only Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and Assad in Syria right now. And if you throw out Assad, it's going to go to one of those terrorist groups.
They can't throw out Assad now for nothing.
That's why I'm saying it's very complicated.
No, they're going to gradually get him out.
They have a real problem with Iran, because Iran is in Iraq fighting ISIS in Iraq.
It's a meltdown nightmare.
And we cannot. We're doing the same fight, supposedly, America, and we can't be fighting together with Iran as a team, according to a lot of people that say we're in the midst of negotiations and all that.
You see how you guys are just talking? Let me just tell you something.
Sure, we're just talking.
We're trying to explain how complicated.
But Neil, you're wrong. But Netanyahu what I'm reading here, if he leads his party to victory, he's going to secure a fourth term in office. He will move closer to overtaking the iconic founder of Israel, one of the founding, David Ben-Gurion, as the longest-serving premier and cementing the status as a dominant Israeli politician. But listen to this, what else he's done. You know, in 2011, 2012, he built that fence on the Egyptian border to stop African migrants. He also helped guide Israel through an aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. He's done a lot of good stuff that people don't even know.
No, what they don't, the people that don't like it mainly are the Haredim now, because their funds were cut. In the
By
last
him?
year.
It's all about money in the end.
It doesn't matter by who, but he's the prime minister. He should have.
watched
as far
out
as
some
he
more.
was that concerned.
Yeah. Anyways, this is
But the point is.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, this is the Justin F.
Tell us
Heshy.
what we're doing.
Okay, this is the Justin F. Heshy Show. If you'd like to call in about this topic or any topic, you can reach us at 718-303-9090. Go on.
Yeah, I just think that really, in the end of the day, they have the real problem is the people in charge. These rabbis, they have rabbis. Rabbi Steinem.
Right. I was reading that. One rabbi said, if you vote for Bibi, you're going to get a sin.
Right.
Another rabbi said, if you do vote,
if you don't vote, you're going to get a sin.
There's no way not to sin, apparently.
Right. I got a cute email from my nephew. He says, no matter what, you lose and you're going to hell anyway. So I forgot what the cute
So
quote
don't
said.
vote.
Which one was he?
You know what it is? The only way to win is to not vote. No?
No, you're going to hell for that.
Right, you go right. Yeah.
And now you're going to go to hell for this. So you think
Maybe we should just not believe
maybe all
them.
hells aren't equal.
Maybe sin's
that's
worse.
what it is.
Or maybe we just don't think that any of this is right, and nobody goes to hell for voting for one person versus the other.
Or it could be they're just a bunch of nuts and they all think they're going to
Well, anyway, yeah.
I can't see how God can choose what side to vote for.
I don't
What
know.
is God thinking? Who does God? What's God's vote? Let's find out.
God always picks the winner of the Super Bowl, no?
Whoever wins, that's the one that God is pro. No,
Right.
because he
That's
planned
exactly.
it. So you have to hope to be on the winning side in order not to go to hell.
Hey,
It's a big risk there. Like, which one do I vote for?
We believe the world was predestined. It was created. That's the way we're supposed to believe.
Well, so
Our tribe.
at least the atheists won't go, to hell there.
Hey.
They don't believe
What
in
was
it.
the problem with that?
Anyways,
Yeah.
we're gonna
Jewish.
somebody saying
Somebody
there's a phone
sent-
call.
it
Push
was
the
a
phone.
phone?
He's I can't play my phone. I was trying to look for a cute quote.
No,
and
but
I-
you don't understand. You're on the monitor for the YouTube.
no, somebody
everybody sees that you're not really.
no,
paying
because somebody
attention to
sent
the
me
show.
a Twitter, and somebody says, hey, Heshy, I want to respond to be your friend, but you already have 5,000 friends. I can't, and you're over the limits. What do I do? How do I make a new?
What? You're over the limit on friends. Where's this?
You can only get 5,000 friends
Oh,
Who
where?
said?
On
on
what?
Facebook.
What?
You're not at 5,000.
I promise you, somebody's telling me now I'm over 5,000, but
Okay,
I don't.
why don't you check it out?
I don't
first?
think it's possible.
Just enough Heshy is not at 5,000.
So you can I think it goes just enough Heshy.
You gotta
in my
like
regular-
it. Yeah, you gotta like it.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
like our Justin F. Heshy page. We'll like you
Yeah,
back.
why don't you like us? Send us hugs and kisses.
That's
like us, baby.
that's right.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we're finished with that subject, we're gonna do a little. You know,
A little
that-
advertising.
do you know what insurance company do you use, Neil?
Oh, insurance?
Right.
Which one do you use?
Wow.
Well, anyways, if you use Geico,
No, that's mine. Like, first off, my parents actually switched to Geico,
they did such a Geico.
and they saved $2,000. So
It's not possible to save $2,000.
I guess over the year, and it would
It
end up
doesn't
in the
work
end.
like that. But anyways,
Either way, Geico.
how did you figure out Geico?
Hold on.
How long did it take them to figure out to
She
do?
likes the TV commercial.
How long did it take them to figure out you can
I
do
don't
Geico?
know.
Like 15 minutes and 15%. Don't
Wow,
you know
you're
the
just ruining me right now.
You have to read the commercial properly.
Hold on. Geico, 15%. No. Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more. On car
Yes,
insurance.
we did it right. It's going to take us a long time to teach her this one.
What? I've been practicing this for years. Every time you say 15 minutes, I say,
Who's your agent? That guy?
But besides also Geico, we also have who else likes to who else? You know, I'm smoking some cigarette right now.
So yeah, you if you want
what color is
e-cigarettes.
that now?
This is the yellow version of the black label.
I don't know. So far, you gave me a blue, a black, and now you yellow.
There was a red too, but I don't like the red because it's like a flavorish cherry
menthol or whatever.
No, I like the green.
I like the coffee.
So what do you have now?
Wasn't that a cool one?
That was a cool one.
You know,
what do you have now? Vanilla?
I know I have regular, just tobacco. But you know, today I started my diet yesterday, and I'm not eating. My partner won't let me eat today. I really wanted to eat. I had a headache, and he made me drink a coffee with a little bit of sugar.
It doesn't let you eat. You know, if you starve your body, you're going to gain weight because your body goes in survival mode.
Right. So I made myself 3 poached soft-boiled eggs this morning.
Yeah, you can't just eat one thing. You have to eat 3 meals. Some diets make you eat 5 meals because it makes your digestive system go better.
Tonight
all you have to do is no carbs, salad,
tonight
and protein.
I'm going to have a piece of fish. I'm going to do my 300 sit-ups. I will. Gabby,
sure.
What are you laughing at, Gabby? I'm going to throw something at you.
So yeah, if you would,
the channel changers, a sit-up.
Go ahead, Esty.
So yeah, if you would like to quit smoking, or you just like smoking electric cigarettes, you can get Black Label e-cigarettes at blpremiumesig.com. You can call Mikey at 561-239-5941. Let's see, we have Yossi Lefkowitz, best personal trainer ever. He's located on 16th and 48th, and he'll also come to your house if you
and he'll help
need
you
that.
do sit-ups, teach you to do sit-ups.
Yeah, also teach you how to diet, what to eat. So you can call him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Consultants. You
can call us 718-871-0382. We'll help consult with you. We'll give you free consultation. We'll tell you about your violations. We'll teach you to make settlements. We'll help you get your plans and permits through. We'll deal with your lawyers and send them the emails and try to give you.
We'll close that file, man.
We'll get you to the end of the line, and we'll even help you with your not only with your HPD inspections. We do lead and asbestos. We send out investigators for you to help make sure to teach you how to get it right off your clean and stuff, and we'll make sure that everything is safe and sound. Now, Anil, I want to tell you a funny story.
Tell me a funny story.
First of all, there was a good story. There was a man who was attacked by ants while he was pressure washing his house.
How do you get attacked by ants?
He was cleaning his house from the ants. I don't know, somewhere.
Let's not ask questions in the middle of the story.
How many ants is considered an attack?
Well, a crew rescued an 81-year-old man from an ant attack last Wednesday, and they came back to pressure wash his front walk. Jack Hurst still can't get over. He can't stop marveling at what happened when he was pressure washing. He sprayed a bunch of ants, and the ants started biting him. Before Jack knew about it, he collapsed, went about 15 feet, pushed somebody's doorbell, went on the ground, and the medics came nearby, and he was crying about the ants. And these medics, these good men, came back to the house, finished the job for him, and helped this 81-year-old man. So
can you die from an ant bite?
How did they get the ants off of him?
They took him to the hospital. I guess they sprayed him or something. You know, the medics
tell you.
Yeah, they don't have sprays at the hospital for ants.
No, they don't. You see, the news report doesn't tell me everything. You know, it just
tells you the main story.
They took him to the just like I can't tell you the story about this guy Durst, Robert Durst.
You can't tell me the story?
He
killed 3 women.
Forget the story. You know,
and he got away with it.
You know what? This guy in Ferguson, Missouri, he was arrested for shooting the 2 cops.
Right.
So they asked him, what'd you do? I mean, why'd you do this? He says, I wasn't shooting at the cops. I was shooting at somebody else.
Right.
Now you understand why I hate guns. The man didn't want to go kill cops. He wanted to shoot somebody else.
And you take him at his word, right?
And, and it wasn't the atmosphere of what's going on there made the shooting, right?
Who was he shooting at?
He was shooting. He didn't tell us. But again, I don't have an answer to that. It wasn't in the story. He just
just said, Ferguson, they got a lot of problems since. How long is this? 6 months, 8 months?
Is it 6 months or 8 months?
6 to 8 months.
No, it's not that long. It's
right,
2 or 3 months.
Well, anyway, since the story began, the stores that have been burnt down or closed down or whatever are still closed. They're still burned. Nobody's doing anything over there. The place is going right down the tubes. Soon it's
The
going to
guy
look like a
resigned,
piece
right?
of
The guy
Detroit.
resigned. The
100,000 buildings that are empty in Detroit. Go ahead.
Wow.
Go,
No, the guy
you know.
resigned. The chiefs resigned. There's
No,
somebody
they
else.
forced everyone to
Right.
resign because Eric Holder is a piece of garbage.
Really, it's him who's doing this.
No, you
Yes.
think Detroit is a faraway statement there? No, none of the stores in Ferguson can now get insurance because it's such a high risk area.
Right.
Really?
Insurance companies have a right. That's
Wait a minute,
it.
they have a right to cancel. You told me after 60 days they can't cancel your
They can't.
policy.
Right. They won't cancel their policies,
So
but they won't renew them either.
right, it's automatic renewal.
There's no such thing automatic anything. They have a right to reevaluate and renew you, and they'll charge you so much that you're not going to do it. So that's
Wow.
How is it allowed to not give
Mhm.
someone insurance? Like I thought, I didn't
insurance
realize it was
are
like
private companies.
I know, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like,
Insurance is not government.
well, yeah, but Obamacare is, right?
We're
Different
talking
insurance.
about property
health
insurance and
Right. So you
health
just
insurance.
can't get it. That's that. There's got to
There
be
are
some
certain
company.
neighborhoods that they won't give insurance for.
How is
But
it?
you have Detroit now. You got many neighborhoods.
Is it
there.
true
You
you
can't get a nickel insurance.
Wait, is it true you
So
can buy
my
a
house-
house?
You have empty houses there.
Wait, but is it true you
you
can
know.
buy a house for $1 there?
Yes.
Like
You
$1?
have empty neighborhoods there.
You have
See,
empty. You can take 5 houses for $1.
I would
I'll
love
give you
to-
a break.
I would
today.
love that, but the
Yeah.
property tax, right? That's what gets you.
No, they'll make you a deal for 25 years.
For how much?
Whatever you want to offer them.
Can I offer? Can I? So why wouldn't anybody just buy it just cause?
Go figure it out. Go there and you'll understand.
Okay,
Well,
fine. If I don't have to pay property tax and I can
Go
afford it,
there.
I'll buy the house for $1.
yeah, I'm sure you have to pay
You're
property
willing
tax.
to live.
No. I'm just gonna buy it.
No. You're willing to live.
I'm not gonna live there. I'm just gonna buy it. You have to live there.
No,
Is that the rule?
I don't think they want to sell anyone that's just going to buy it and hold it.
No. Well,
Because
what
they
about if it's
have
like?
a real master plan of knocking them all down
Right.
and making public areas.
Why don't they
and
do that?
stuff.
That would be a good
That's
And
idea.
they're going to
idea.
short.
They're doing some of that, but not a lot. you know.
But they're thinking of that. They're
But
trying to
they're-
get some universities.
Yeah, there
to
are office
participate.
buildings. There are office buildings
Empty.
empty, and when you go past them, a friend was there recently. She said you can look the Venetian blinds of the office buildings is drifting in the wind. It's like a ghost town.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. So you can do whatever you
No,
want there.
You're talking about hundreds of thousands of people moved out of there.
Why? All at the same time.
Because their
Economics,
economy was built on
Violence.
Cars went down in 19 whatever.
At the
it
same
was.
time,
Yeah.
everyone moved. How does that? Like everyone? Like how? Like
Yeah, moving companies were doing well.
everybody just decided, hey guys, today's the day. Let's all get out of here.
Yeah, it happened over a period of a year. You had neighborhoods just clean out.
Okay, what if I kept it as like a vacation home? Like I went in the winter.
Right.
Would that be allowed, or I have to like live there?
Like you think you would want to be there. That's the point.
No,
you're not
no, no, no.
That's where the
understanding.
rabbi says you're going if you vote for the wrong guy.
No, what I'm saying is, in order to buy it for $1, like I don't want to live there. But if I took it as a vacation home, then they'd be fine with selling it to me.
I'm not sure.
I don't think they want investors. They want people who actually gonna
Right, who actually.
So
gonna
wait.
live
So
there.
you're saying I could buy this entire place, like tons of it, for very cheap, and just build anything there?
cheap money that even Esty can just whip
Esty
out
can
her
build her
wallet
own little city.
and
Yeah?
do whatever
But the
you
problem is,
want.
Esty doesn't understand that she's going to have to pay taxes sooner or later.
That's the
but
problem.
that's not- no.
Wait,
we'll
they should
get her
take
a
off
deal on the
taxes.
taxes,
Yeah.
but she's definitely, I assume 98% of them, all the copper is gone. Right.
She's going to have to
So
rebuild those houses or knock them all down.
fixtures, all the
Right,
kid,
so your
you know.
vacation home will be a nice little bungalow with no water, no heat.
You know, you have to understand the animal type people really just made
it's not animals. People trying to eat. You know, they're getting the copper to eat.
Right.
It's that bad over there.
Anyways,
Yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show.
Yeah.
You can call in at 718-303-9090.
now
Go on.
I want to talk about something else. This guy, Robert Durst, is he just like an idiot completely?
Why is he in it? First of all, how old? He's in his 70s, right?
He's 71 years old.
He's worth how much, his family?
A couple of $1 million.
Billions.
But he was supposed to be like the boss of the real estate company. They voted his younger brother instead.
Right, because
And
he's
then
a crack.
He's a wacko. He wore a dress. He
Right.
dismembered somebody.
He owns
got
plenty
away
of
with
real estate
He
in Brooklyn,
killed his
by the way.
first wife.
They own a lot of real estate in Brooklyn.
But he didn't
Yeah,
kill
they're
it.
making money on
He
it,
didn't
I'm
kill his
sure.
first wife.
They
His-
own it for
excuse
a million
me.
years.
His first wife disappeared.
What does
Right.
that mean?
So they never went after him. And then they finally, in 2000, they were going to find somebody to testify against him. He flew to the town and she died of a head gun wound. And he went on the lam and he got away with it all. The point being is this man got away with it. He's 71 years old.
Right.
He gets on television. This is
Now
why
you
he
want
all
to
day
tell me
lies.
that rich don't have it better?
No,
he has a good.
Wait.
lawyer, I'll tell you
Everybody
that.
agrees the rich have it better.
I don't believe. I was watching the
He has
documentary.
lawyers out there ready
Right.
explaining what's happened this
But,
time.
but I don't
Right.
understand is he was on. I was watching the documentary. I know he made one slip. You're telling me again he spoke with his microphone on. He's up to something. There
He was doing a documentary.
I know that. And then in the
And then
documentary
he went
he
to the
said
bathroom
something.
without taking the.
Right, but
Oh, wait, wait.
Realize he had to take it off.
Even during the show, while he was sitting in his chair, he said something while the mic was still on.
No, that was.
I said I would kill them or I
No,
killed
that
them.
was in the bathroom.
No, that was I saw him sitting in the chair.
Oh,
That was
I'm
insane.
Maybe that was the
Four.
toilet bowl.
And then afterwards he did that again. But I understand the man talks to himself. That means he's crazy. He didn't mean it.
Wait, did you
Oh,
guys?
come on. How many times do you talk to yourself?
I talk to myself daily.
Wait.
I do. I do.
Okay.
Me too.
Because you
Especially,
love
and
yourself.
even in the toilet, every morning I talk to myself, oh,
Right.
this guy screwed me, or
Right.
I'm going to
Oh, that's how you
apologize.
start your morning?
That's how I start my morning.
Actually, today I'm on the street and I'm
With a
thinking.
hit list?
No, but actually today I'm walking in the street and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm so late. Wait, talking to yourself is not helping. Wait, I wanted to bring up a topic though. Hillary, I heard that the way her email got leaked was Obama's staff. I heard that was a rumor.
Leaked it out.
Leaked it out.
Yeah.
Isn't that
But by
crazy?
the way, do you still want to move to Detroit? Like you're still considering it?
Yeah, but I need more money to
And you
build.
can-
I would love to like not wipe it out, like crush everything.
You're crushing everything. You're not getting
No,
the
I
money.
want to ask you: do you comprehend that it's no secret, and that every developer and builder and
Yeah.
city and county
Yeah.
know of the situation,
And nobody wants to buy it.
and nobody wants to go
See, but
near
Neil,
it?
Why?
disagree.
Why?
But Neil,
Because they
But-
just don't have
so-
a what's called a tax base.
What's
but
that
Neil,
mean?
They don't have enough people working in industry that they can afford to pay taxes.
Why don't they open
So
up a company?
therefore, they did. They used to have GM and
Why'd
other
they all move
car
out?
com- Because now they do it overseas or in what they call a non-union state.
So they
the
can't.
unions really kill them.
Wow.
there.
So they can't open up another business there. Something that's not GM.
I think Bloomberg had the best idea.
What was his
He
idea?
wanted to let immigrants settle there.
Yes, like my city. Oh
And
my
we-
gosh,
and
I'm
we-
as smart as Bloomberg. I know you don't get as smart.
Stop, don't even
That's
joke
not a
like
bad
yes. You know what? Shesty's right. You are as smart. Bloomberg is as smart as you.
I know you don't like him, but I do, and I think he's
No.
brilliant. I had the same
What,
idea
the
as him.
immigrants
Wait,
going?
wait.
Say
Great
that.
minds think alike.
Great, right? And this is the Just Enough Heshy show,
Maybe you'll
and
be-
Esty
But I
is
think
going
that's pretty good, getting the immigrants to move in and fix it up themselves.
right.
And Pedro, yeah, Pedro,
Okay,
yeah,
stop.
you
We're
gotta
not
help
talking those
me.
immigrants. Okay, Esty, tell us. It's the Just Enough Heshy show,
What
and
did
somebody
you
wants
just
to
say?
call you. What are you going to do about
Yeah,
it?
you call us at 718-303-9090. You can get us on Facebook, Just Enough Heshy. We're live on YouTube, Just Enough Heshy.
And if you want
Hashtag
to
Just Enough
live in Detroit, we will try to help you out.
Right.
Okay, by the way, if the price
But
is
you
still
must
down,
have $5.
by the way, if the price is still down when I have money, I'm going to buy that entire place. I just like knock down all the houses and make a huge castle.
You have hundreds of blocks. Go pick one and take
But
it.
think about
there.
it. It could be my own land because nobody lives there and there's no cops walking around. There's nothing there.
There's nothing
I can do
there.
But
everything
you might
illegal
have
there.
a little problem when you go out
Outside
Right.
where?
of your house.
Right.
It'll be a huge place. It won't like
Right.
I'll have barn
Esty,
doors.
Esty, push
It's
the
not the
button.
Boy Scout.
Push the button,
That's
Esty.
it. Okay, fine.
Yeah, push
Again,
the
this is the
button.
Just Enough Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303-9090. Hello, you're on the air with Uncle Heshy.
Hi, Uncle Heshy, Esty,
Oh, the guy with the voice.
the whole gang.
David, how are you?
Very well, thanks. How are you all?
Good, good.
Great.
Yes, I would like to comment on the debacle that is Ferguson, New
Debacle.
Jersey, Ferguson, Missouri,
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But before I get to that, I'm wondering if I could say a Devar Torah.
No,
Ah,
we don't want any more of them. But go ahead, tell us the Devar Torah. I want to hear this one, Dave.
Devar Torah, what does it mean? Something
Devar
Bible.
Torah is like some kind of.
No, but what does it actually mean? Bible?
It means a word from the Torah,
A
Go ahead,
word
Dave.
Bible.
I'd like to hear this one, Dave. Go ahead.
and because even though I'm not Jewish, there was a
No.
time when I was studying to convert to Judaism,
Oh, okay.
and so and I
Phew,
still
dodged that bullet. No.
I still learn. So,
That's a good joke. I like that one.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Someone once asked the Ohev Yisrael, who was a well-known Torah scholar. He said that the words to love one's neighbor as oneself, v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha,
How does he know all this?
is in every parsha in the Torah. So his Talmidim, his students said, well, Rebbe, it's not in Parsha Shlach, it's not in Parshas Emor, it's not in Parshas Hazinu, and the Ohev Yisrael said, you know why you don't see it in every Parsha? He said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, he said, because you're looking too much. And he said, you should look at your fellow man as God's creation. And if you look at him, whether he's scholarly, whether he's a Talmud Chochem or not, he is still, one of Hashem's, God's creations. So therefore, you should love your neighbor as yourself, and it's in every parsha in the Torah.
Very nice, Eric. Thank you so much for that.
That's Uncle Heshy's style.
That's right, Dave. Welcome to the show, Dave. I like that.
You hit it on the head for Uncle Heshy.
Very good, yes, Dave. So tell us, Dave, Ferguson, Missouri. Tell us about this guy.
Yes, I was telling the screener, Abraham, that I feel that this whole report that was issued by the Justice Department under Eric Holder, it's a big fraud. It's a big hoax. You see, the problem with Eric Holder and the Justice Department is that they were not able to get Officer Darren Wilson, so they decided, well, we couldn't indict Officer Wilson for the shooting of that thug Michael Brown, but we're going to throw the Michael Brown crowd, we're going to throw the race demagogues a bone. So the way to throw them a bone is to come up with all these false charges against the Ferguson police,
right?
And to make it seem like this is one big racist police department,
right,
that wakes up every morning and says, let's go ticket blacks, let's go after minorities.
Right. They won't tell you the population of the minorities there percentage-wise compared to percentage of tickets. They won't give you the deep information, just enough to get people excited and angry and vicious.
Well, that's the way. That's the way.
And it's horrible from a man like Eric Holder. That is really, really someone who made it nice in America.
But isn't Eric Holder
very well?
Is he leaving?
He did very well for himself. He worked with Clinton. He really did well, and that he should have to use a race card is really not the way.
But
in other words, Obama is one story. He's an immigrant. Really, he didn't live here as much as. But a guy like Eric Holder, who lived his whole life here and grew up here, and look where he got to. I don't know what his problem is. I really don't know.
I think you have to look at two parts of this of the report. One part talks about the emails that were racist. I think that is a despicable thing to do. All right?
Right, that's good.
Everyone agrees.
And I think that the part of using the police department to collect taxes and target blacks, that happens in tons of cities and states. And
I don't know what you're speaking about even.
There's a thing that the revenue of the city was paid for by parking tickets, and the cops were the collectors. That was in the report.
Right.
And I think that goes on in tons of places.
Every city is like that. Yeah. Why do you think they have cameras in New York now? Because they just want to give tickets to raise revenue. It has nothing to do with safety.
I think that's the part that I'm a little confused about. It happens in tons of cities. How does that make Ferguson any different than New York or any other city?
Because Ferguson is tired. Ferguson is tired of this. And I agree, we should stand up. Dave, thank you for the call, Dave. I appreciate it. That was nice of you.
No, but in Ferguson and over here, there's no difference as far as why we give tickets. We give tickets because we need the tax money. We're addicted to it. Why do we sell cigarettes and not really ban it? We just add taxes on it. Why? Because they want the revenue. And
no,
finish.
people
That's
would
it.
riot in the streets. Okay,
No,
it would become a black. No, it would become a black market. You ever saw those movies?
Stop.
Pajama time. Sorry.
The prison system, everybody thought would turn upside down.
Federal prison.
Everybody thought would turn upside down because you're not allowed to smoke there at all. And
What
all
happens?
The inmates
They sneak it in.
But in general,
It would
there's
be
no
black
smoking
market.
going on.
Fact
right?
is, it would be a black
In
market thing. It'd be
general-
like weed.
In general, there's no smoking,
Right.
and even though there's a black market for the few people who pay a little bit
There's
more,
a black market for everything. You
No,
want
but people
heroin,
are
you
addicted.
can
It's
get
not
heroin.
fair to just take them off of it and that's not fair. You go to prison, you can't smoke.
I'm not really.
the point
That's not the
that's not
issue
the
of
issue.
the-
That's
of
right.
that we're
100%
speaking about.
correct.
Okay, by the way, I thought of what to do with Detroit. We can build a bunch of non-profits. Best profit. No?
No, one nonprofit takes the whole place. Of
Oh,
course.
I just thought it was a lot of space. You might as well build a few.
We got a special call, and he doesn't want to keep being kept waiting. So take his call. Are we taking that call? Screen? No. So
yeah.
that's it. He's gonna have to come after the show.
So yeah, this is the Just Enough Heshy show. You can like us on Facebook, and you can also go to Twitter, #Just Enough Heshy.
We got a lot of subjects to talk about tonight. You know, I'm gonna
Well, you could also call in at 718-303-9090. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, so
go
yeah,
ahead.
you can see us on YouTube, Just Enough Heshy, and
Yeah.
let's see, I did Facebook. Oh, and you can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com.
You know, I got a Twitter thing. Neil for Prime Minister. by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Come on, please.
I just gotta tell you one thing before we hit the hour.
Right.
And I brought it up last week, and it's getting closer. And just look out in your Jewish newspapers for your Jewish politicians. You know, the Eichen, the Feldman, this one, the Greenfield, and with the sanitation commissioner. Going, taking pictures and writing how great and happy they are that they're going to do extra pickups before the holiday. Yay!
Right.
Now, what about all the potholes? If anybody driving around Brooklyn can tell you, what about all the potholes? When are they going to go fix them? Do you
There's
think?
so
do you
many.
think anybody's working on it for Brooklyn? No.
But there's so
They're
many.
letting the DOT decide its schedule and who's getting what, when, and where. And I can assure you that our potholes, when they finally do correct them, will be on a Friday or right before a holiday. When it's busy, congested, and they're going to close streets and not give a damn. And our politicians will be there smiling. Oh, look what we got you, an extra pickup. Wait, out of your mind?
They have to get credit for doing their job.
What is that job? They didn't do that job.
They didn't do the job till now.
No, we're
And
talking
you know
about collecting extra things. That's their job. They want credit for it.
No, but that's
Don't you want credit for being on the radio today?
1 minute. Stop.
I'm going to give you credit
Stop.
today.
They, if they wouldn't do the extra pickups, all that would mean is that the sanitation department would have to send out more trucks per route than they normally send, because the garbage is going out
But
there.
the goal is to get in the paper
So
to get credit.
Right. That is the only goal.
Just
and and everybody's patting themselves
It's
on
like
the
a puppet
back.
show. It's all a big puppet show.
That they're doing something for us. You know, what are they really doing? And you got, other things like that also, that the politicians, I don't know what happened. I have to find out from the producer about the tax credit. You know, they're talking about, I read one politician wrote, I'm working on this for 30 years. Really now?
You've not done a good job. You haven't gotten it back.
30 years you're working on this? Then that's how you want to take credit for it? That, because I put it on my list 30 years ago, we should get a tax credit. You got to be kidding me. Okay? They don't come through for us. They're not working for the regular guy. I know you want to do your quote. You want me to shut up. I got it. I'm with you.
Gotcha.
No
Thank
problem.
you, Neil. Thank you very much. Anyways, everybody, you're listening to the Just Enough Heshy Show. We'll be right back in the top of the hour. While Neil threw his headset down to go out for a smoke, I'm going to give you a little parting quote for the thing. And this is very something that the holiday season's coming, so I want you, don't you dare move, Esty. This is about children. Children, it's a cute little comment. Esty, I want you to do this. Children are like wet cement. Whatever falls on them makes an impression. Same thing like that. Be careful how you impress your children. Be careful how you talk to them. Be careful what you do, because this will impress them for the rest of their lives, and it just doesn't go away. Thank you for everybody listening. We're not going to go away. We'll be right back in a minute or two. So you're listening to Just Enough Heshy. Welcome back, everybody, to Just Enough Heshy Show. Really, it's just enough of me because everybody else cut out for a smoke, and I got nobody here to help me out. Anyways, everybody, thank you for listening to the show. I guess that I'm going to have to handle this top of the hour myself, and we do have somebody on hold for a call. I wish the producer would shove him through to me, or do I have to push the button myself? I don't even know how to push it. Can you push the button for me? He's pushing the button. Hello, how are you? Norman?
Yes, how are you, Heshy?
Norman, it's just you and me, baby boy.
Yeah, that's okay. We could have a lot of fun together.
Good. Because the rest of them are smoking, and I'm doing my electric cigarette, my Black Label electric cigarette.
Hey, I don't smoke.
Oh, here he comes. Here, we don't even need it.
I'm not a smoker.
Norman, how are you, my bro? How was your weekend?
Good. Listen, I want the three of you to practice singing. Listen, it's my birthday Wednesday.
Wow.
So when I call you tomorrow, you will have to sing Happy Birthday.
We can do that right now. Can't we do that now?
No,
tomorrow. I want really Esty to sing it.
Listen.
Norman, you really want Esty to sing it. Okay, we'll get Esty to do it. Esty, will you do that tomorrow for him?
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Esty.
So Neil, I wanted to actually.
Not Neil, Norman.
Norman. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind.
It's okay. No, listen.
They both start with an N. It's
yes.
Mr. N.
No, right. It's a very good initial.
So, yeah. I want to actually put on the Just Enough Heshy Facebook page. I want to make a list of greatest movies that I think everyone enjoys. Can you name a movie that was so popular and everyone will love it? Like my list is Good Will Hunting, Forrest Gump. Classics that are just amazing.
No, I think.
Wait, let Norman give me an idea. Any idea?
The Motorcycle Diary.
Okay,
stop that.
Okay,
but Esty and Norman should move to Detroit together.
No, but I didn't like even the beginning of the Motorcycle Diaries. It's probably not going to be very popular. I mean something that everyone will enjoy.
Wait a second. Did you see the Motorcycle Diaries at all?
I don't know. It was all the film was fuzzy, and it was this old. I don't know if it was old fashioned, but it looked like a badly made movie.
It won the Academy Award. It's a
that doesn't mean anything. No Land for Old Men or something. That was not a good movie, and there was an Academy Award.
No Country for Old Men.
Heshy likes people to do good deeds. It's an amazing movie about good deeds.
Are you going to say it's as good as?
I want to watch a movie.
Okay.
No, listen.
Okay.
It's funny, it's dramatic, and it's true. So, and the photography will blow your mind. It's amazing.
Maybe I downloaded the wrong one.
You know what, Norman? Now that you're talking about this, I do have a movie.
It's about doctors who care.
Oh, mine was about Spanish people.
You know what movie made me feel good? Doctors Okay. Robin Williams was in a doctor. What was it called again? He was in a movie that he was a doctor.
Posh or something?
Not Posh.
I never saw it.
He was a doctor. He made
in a crazy house.
Not in a crazy house. He was a real
for old people.
No. He was a residence doctor.
World according to God.
No. Happy. He was called Happy something. He started his own clinic.
Wait. Have you ever seen the one where he's president and he wins because the machines are broken? broken, and he's a funny president, but like nobody voted for him.
He was a talk show host like me, but on television, and they set up. He made a joke to run for president, and the machines were fixed, and he won the election by mistake. Yeah, that was a funny movie.
And I know that you think you can make that happen.
I
also.
wish it would happen. That is the one thing I pray for. You watch me as
Just
president.
put yourself on the list. Why not? Put yourself on the list for
I
president.
can't do that.
Yeah,
but
get
I
me
wish
Putin on the phone. Hey, Putin, you hear what I'm telling you?
I still want to be city councilman. You see me stand up in the city
Yeah, one
council.
second. I got a key Putin.
Not like Greenfield. I would get up and scream every day, not by a little girl and go sit there and cry.
Adams was the name of the movie.
Patch Adams, that was right. A very good movie about this guy. He was a resident. He actually cared about his patients. He made them laugh. He came in with clowns.
Okay, that's the olden days. Today, nobody cares about anyone.
Okay, but Norman.
Watch the Motorcycle Diary.
Oh, come on, enough of that.
Okay, no,
Norman. Just because you don't like the title of the movie,
it's not the movie. It's not the title. But let me ask you this, Norman. Are you going to say that the Motorcycle Diaries are just as good as Pay It Forward, Good Will Hunting, and Forrest Gump?
Those are not good movies. Those are horrible movies.
What? Those are crazy, inspirational, amazing movies.
You want to know one of the greatest movies? Forget
The Godfather, one and two.
I did not like it.
Godfather 2 is good.
Better. Yeah.
But Norman, I want to tell you a movie. Norman, you're not listening to me. I know it's your birthday coming. Stalag, not Stalag 15. Stalag 17, a true movie. It's a true story about the Germans putting up
William Holden is that.
William Holden and the other guy who played Mission Impossible. What was his name?
Peter Graves.
What?
Peter Graves.
Wow, the movie was out of this world. It's a true.
Okay.
Wait,
I got a question. What is the funniest movie ever?
Yeah. Listen, that's not a true story, but it was a great movie.
Stalag 17 was based on a true story.
No, it's not.
That's what I heard.
I think it is. I
heard it was. That's what I was watching. I couldn't believe it either.
It's not. It's not.
There's a book.
Check
that out for me. Somebody producer that Stalag 17.
Listen, it's a great movie. There's no two ways about it. I just want to tell you, my favorite film is Lost in Yonkers.
I tried downloading it. I couldn't find it.
Wait a second. Listen to me. Go out and buy it. Then buy it used. Next time Ralph.
Who still does that?
I saw that on Broadway.
Wait a second. The next time Ralph calls, and he's an actor, ask him what he thought of Lost in Yonkers, and ask him what he thought of the Motorcycle Diaries.
Oh, so
okay. So now, listen. There's all kinds of movies. I could tell you.
Good ones, like the Count of Monte Cristo, like classics that are good endings. That are.
Yeah, you want a good political movie? I read a book. I read a book when I was a little boy in the early 70s. 1 minute, Norman. You see, I let you talk. In the early 70s, I read a book called The Man. And then I saw the movie. It was about the first black president. And I couldn't believe that book could ever exist or such a thing could ever happen in the 70s till President
Obama.
Obama.
Read a book for you. Got a real
this
one.
book was ahead of its time. It was written in 1967, 68, and they made it into the movie in the 70s about the first black president, how he got there, the head of the
Probably
Senate.
written like by a guy from Scientology.
And you can know, but you see politics at its worst. And it's just not if it's.
Did you ever see the series on Netflix, House of Cards?
That, by the way, I'm learning a lot of politics from them.
How is that?
That's amazing. It's about how a guy gets to be president without being voted in.
Whoever wrote it knows about cutthroat politics. It's cutthroat. One after the other.
Realistic.
Yes,
show.
it's brilliant.
It goes over the top sometimes, but it's realistic.
I gotta start.
It's in the third season now. It's all on Netflix. You can get on there for free. You can get on there for free for a month, and you can see the whole series for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
go back to Heshy. Go ahead.
My kid told me to watch it.
You wanted to
House
know
of Cards.
what happened to Detroit. I'm going to tell you.
Okay, next. Where's your economics? Where's your economics degree, sir?
Gary,
wait, listen. I'm going to tell you. If you want to know what happened to Detroit, just rent the documentary called Roger and Me.
I don't want to know that bad.
What?
I don't want to know that bad that I'm going to watch a documentary.
If you say you want to be a smart person, you have to. You have to get more knowledge.
Can't you give me a good movie?
Listen,
not a documentary.
why would thousands of blocks become worthless when it was a booming economy? So if you want to find out,
because they started building cars in Japan.
Then just watch Roger and Me, and you'll find out the disaster.
Roger.
It doesn't explain why. It doesn't explain why.
It's by the documentary is by Michael Moore.
I understand that, but it doesn't explain why. It explains
Moore
I hate him. I hate him
listen,
so much.
Listen, Heshy, you're a nice guy. How could you hate anybody?
I don't hate him.
I think he's
I don't hate him.
an animal.
I think he's a normal
He talks
person.
about he wants to make believe he's a regular guy and
What
he's
was that
always worth
crazy
like
guy?
$100 million.
Actually, hold on 1 second. This is about Starlux 17. The film was adopted by Wilder, and it was based on experiences as prisoners in Starlux 17B in Australia.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
So you were wrong there, Doc.
Oh, by the way, Gary,
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 I love you, Gary. Please come on my show more.
Gary, by the way, you're asking about the funniest show. So my funniest show, people are gonna think it's stupid, right? Movies, right? People are gonna think it's stupid. It's not so clean. My funniest show is Dorm Days. You've probably never seen it.
Thank God. Thank God.
But it's just like random stuff is happening, and you're like, what's going on?
Did you ever see Blazing Saddles?
No.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing. Wow.
That movie could not even be made.
That was with Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
As a Jewish, not a Jewish rabbi. He was a Jewish rabbi.
No. Gene Wilder was the
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
He was the cowboy.
He was the cowboy.
The other guy.
Rich Pryor.
I just want to say that this is
Norman.
that was a good movie. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
They made a good movie.
No, but also Gene Wilder also played a movie that he was a Jewish rabbi from Poland, and he became a cowboy.
I saw that one, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to mention that this is the Just Enough Heshy Show.
The Frisco Kid.
You can reach us at 718-303-9090. Again, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can reach us at 718-303-9090.
Cleveland. He died of cancer.
The Frisco Kid is one of the funny. That is a movie that everybody could watch. A clean movie, a good movie, and it's
Blazing Saddles?
No, Frisco Kid about a rabbi from Poland who came to be a rabbi in a small town called San Francisco, and he had to come through the whole east and west to get there. And it was funny. I couldn't stop laughing the whole movie.
As funny as
Fiddler
on the Roof.
There's one scene in Blazing Saddles where the governor, who is Mel Brooks, is trying to keep his job because there's something going on with the railroad. So he tells these people, Harvey Korman is in it.
Harvey Korman.
He says, give me a harump. Give the governor a harump. We got to keep our phony baloney jobs. These are all the people that work for the government.
I know. Anyways, Norman, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Listen, I just want you to be proud that Mel Brooks, he comes from Brooklyn.
Yes, he is. And he's a good man. And he did a lot of good stuff.
What was his big movie?
He made a lot of young
producers. Not the producers. It was the history of the world part one.
That was another good one.
Wow. Funny.
Frankenstein.
Great. Anyways, thank you, Norman, and we're going to talk to you again tomorrow. We're going to sing happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Maybe we'll even have a cake for you.
Right, we'll eat
it for you, yeah.
Anyways, anybody who wants to comment in the Just Enough Heshy Show before SD takes over the show, I want everybody to have a comment. A family was expecting a baby girl. That's what the sonograms and everybody knew it. And what happened was a baby boy came out. The reaction you'd expect from the grandmother was like, oh, wow, a new grandbaby. It's just, oh, my goodness, she says. And she was not alone. The baby's father and mother says, you're not joking. We couldn't believe it. It's a girl. It's a girl. Listen to me. If a baby comes out healthy and a baby comes out strong, be happy with it.
They already painted the room pink.
That's why you shouldn't know what's coming out early. I want to know. I mean, I knew what my babies were going to be because I know what I can do. But besides that, you should never really know about what your babies are. Go looking for it in
a lot of people don't want to know what it is.
Only the Holy Creator.
I think that's really old timers. I think the new people,
I feel like it's good to be prepared, but it's also like you're kind of ruining it with technology. Like the surprise.
No,
no, because people should know if they're having a child that has Down syndrome. syndrome, or if they're having a sick
Not
child, they should care
that.
for
We're
that.
talking about the sex
Oh wait,
of
I
the
had a
child.
question. How far can you, like, how much in advance can you know if you're gonna have a Down syndrome kid? Can you know,
Oh,
like,
very early. I
Very
think.
early.
yeah,
Right?
like right away, like before 40 days?
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
40 days.
Yeah,
Yeah?
they can know right away.
Oh, that's great, because I don't want Down syndrome.
Stop
kids.
it. Stop it. Down syndrome. Wow, I can't even believe you say it like that.
What? You think anybody wants to? It happens. I get that, but
It
nobody
happen-
specifically wants it.
And those children are beautiful children.
I just don't know how to deal with them.
They're
Okay,
God's-
so
they're
They're
God's
very,
children.
they
God's-
are. They're
they're-
just,
they're-
I honestly, I believe they were created for, to give us emotional support. They're very loving. They're
no,
very
no,
hugging. I
they're-
believe that. No, every Down
That's what
syndrome
they're
person.
there for?
They're not there for
No,
that.
I think one of their great purposes is that they're very loving and they
We're talking-
share love.
My sister, I wanted you to know, has Down syndrome. You know,
Yes,
she used
I
to
know.
baby
I'm not going to mention the name. Okay.
I have forgiven them. You know why?
I'm proud of you.
Because
I know why.
Why? Well, no, they did not pay me off because I was threatened by my son. No, because it's the Passover.
Because you're going to be the bigger person.
I am going to be the Passover holidays coming where we were freed, not only from Egypt, but we were freed from slavery. We were freed. All people were freed. All people should know that a time of getting together, a time of family sitting around one another, you know.
Don't take another piece. Just wait.
I'm not smoking.
We're friends. We love each other.
I'm not smoking. Listen, don't tell Penny because he thinks I want to die. It's all right. He doesn't want me to be eating crazy stuff.
Yes, we have the, if you want to quit smoking, we have the e-cigarettes, or if you just want to smoke them.
Who's that, Mikey again?
Yeah, Mikey.
He's not getting married. I told you, right? He's not getting married to me.
So yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. You're going to be around because you're the witness.
I'm one of the main. He told me I'm one of the main witnesses.
You and George Costanza, witness. Okay, witness.
So yeah, you can
better get married. He's making me crazy. You know what I mean? You better get married. Go ahead.
So you can go to blpremiumesig.com. You can call Mikey at 561-239-5941. If you need a personal trainer, Yossi Lefkowitz is your guy. He's located on 16th and 48th, but he can also come to you if you would like personal training. He has lots of certificates and fancy machines. I don't know what the name is. You can call him at 347-816-5207. We have Green Line Building Solutions. You can reach them at 718-871-0382.
And we do asbestos and lead inspections. We do plans, permits. We help you with to get you to the finish line. And we do HPD violations. And we do free consultations. And we'll put you a nice little proposal together. We'll look over your title reports. We're not lawyers. We're not experts. We do have a legal department, but we do advise you and try to show you the right direction. And then it's up to you to see how you get about it. And we always make sure that you're code compliant, and we will show you to get you to the finish line. Don't forget to call Ellie Talbot, Palm Gardens. Can I see Palm Gardens Senior Care Center?
Sure. I want the old people to have a good time.
They should have a good time.
That's
At
right.
what age are you old? You can't say that because then everybody will
It's
get
not old.
offended.
You're right.
No, because
Not all
everybody's
seniors.
different.
Right.
You know, like I turned old already now.
Oh, you know, my grandma, she's like 82, and she knows how to do everything. She can still cook, and she walks, and she
does
exercises. She can do everything.
I didn't ask you, can she?
No, she does.
Does she?
She makes us food every week.
Yeah?
Before Passover, she comes over and she starts making all the food. She is one like sharp cookie at that age.
For one more person?
What?
For one more person?
Yeah, if you pay her.
But
No, I'm kidding. She doesn't need your
I
money.
know Mrs. P. I know her.
Oh, not her. I'm talking about my other grandma.
Oh, the other grandma?
Yeah, but that
You
grandma's
know-
awesome too.
You know, used to cook a lot. It's
Like as a fact, it's good
The-
cooks.
the mother. You know, Abe's wife's mother.
Oh, right, yes.
That house
Abe's
was
wife's mother, sisters, brothers,
crazy.
fathers,
Right. They had
aunts,
like a bunch
uncles.
of girls over there, right?
Right,
You know
right.
what? I wanted to tell you that I was once walking home from the hospital on a Saturday. I was very hot. I was exhausted walking there, and I was in the hospital like for an extra hour giving out packages. And I was coming home, and Stewie's wife, they lived on 49th Street or something.
Right.
I'm walking
Right,
home, and they
11th.
saw me
Yeah.
over there walking, and they dragged, not only me, they dragged other people off the street. Come, sit down, have a drink, have something to eat. I said, no, I'm running home. No, we see you exhausted. It was so weird. The It's Grits girls were very nice
Yeah.
girls. They were
Yeah.
all good girls.
Very full of
See,
chesed
that is
kind,
what
right.
people should do. You see somebody on the street, pull over, say something. You know, today I was
Especially they're near the hospital. They
Right.
know everybody's got an issue.
I was
who's
frozen
walking.
today because I bought a coat and the zipper broke.
You
And
couldn't be frozen today, even if
I was
you
frozen.
were in ice.
I was
You
fro-
couldn't be
I
frozen.
was frozen. Even my partner Penny. This is where he did something bad. Penny was bad today. He shut off my electric heater in the room. He said it was too hot. I was frozen. Anyways, I was standing in the street after the train, and I'm looking for. He tried. You know, I couldn't walk the 7-8 blocks anymore. And I stood there, and I said, as every car passed by, and I had a bad thought for each person for 2 seconds. And some guy pulled over, picked me up, didn't say a word, come on in, didn't ask me to comment or call it. He saw that I was shaking. He even put on the heat. I said, oh my God, I feel so bad because I know doesn't need it. And he took me exactly where I had to go. It was very nice. That is called kindness.
Oh, I also had that. I was running late for my therapist. I was I was so late. There was no way for me to get there. There was no car services, nothing. I'm on the street. I'm trying to hitch a ride, which I don't think is so legal, but I'm like there, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like a girl. I'm gonna rob you. Like, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm there like hitchhiking, and then these two guys. I thought they were actually Mexican at first, and I'm looking at them, and they're like, "Yeah, get in the back." It turns out I kind of knew them. Like, we went away on a weekend with like so many people. I don't know them personally, but they're like, "Sure, we'll take you right to your location." I was like, "Wow, thank you so much. You want me to pay you?" They're like, "No, it's fine."
See, there are good people.
There are good people out there, and that's what you should be doing.
Chillers.
Before the holiday season, before whatever holiday you hold on.
Pay it forward.
Passover, Easter, Christmas, Ramadan.
I owe a favor.
You should do something good, not just pay it forward. Do something good. But I want to.
What do you want to tell?
I want to talk about two subjects before we end the show today. A child is not responsible for a lot of things. I know Neil's going to laugh at me and scream at me about it, but children have to be watched. Children have to be impressed. And in this stupid little town, there's something called, there were two young girls in Wisconsin, and I feel bad about it. One of them was 12 years old, and she stabbed a young boy or something called the Slender Man, which I don't really understand the whole story. She saw some kind of a crazy, from this crazy movie, Harry Potter. See, some movies are stupid, like Harry Potter. They're all witches and flying and goblins and Halloween, and they stabbed this other kid 19 times.
Why?
Because they thought the Slender Man from this movie or something was going to come get them, and they had to kill the Slender Man.
So one girl.
She was probably psycho, manic, bipolar. She was probably some sort of disease.
Two girls, one 12 and one 13. They tricked
Were they siblings?
To come in. No. Now what happens is usually if you're under 16 years old, you get prosecuted as a juvenile. Yes, you did something bad. Right. They are arresting her and charging them as adults.
How is that legal?
And it gets worse.
Good.
It gets worse.
How is that legal?
The girl was found incompetent.
I don't know, but I don't want no kid
The 12-year-old girl was found incompetent in August, but ordered to undergo psychiatric treatment so that she can eventually stand trial. Both suspects were then charged for attempted first-degree intentional homicide as adults, and the second girl was found last month to be competent. I don't know how they made them better in therapy. Right. And these girls could face 65 years in jail.
And you don't think they deserve it?
No,
They're
I'm
12.
sorry.
What do they know?
What do they know?
What do they know?
Mark may apply.
What should be done with the girls in Brooklyn, McDonald's? No, what should be done in the McDonald's?
Those weren't little girls. Those were big girls.
Those were high school.
No, they were high school. 17, 16, 17.
Well, 15 years old. Right.
And you know what? You have a crazy assemblyman or a councilman there. He's so busy with the building department and illegal apartments. Why isn't he so busy stopping kids with guns? Why isn't he so busy stopping people from
they're all marching now
to
protest.
Because of private citizens. You don't see any of city council
members. The elected officials are all standing in front of McDonald's now.
They are
saying we should never do this again.
I didn't see them before. I didn't see them today in the newspaper.
You never see them before. It's always after.
So yeah, if you call into the Just Enough Heshy show and say something about buttons, then
you don't think
these guys are gonna give $10 toward that, or I don't really know what Israel Defense something. So call in at 718-303-9090. Go
Thank you.
I don't understand you. At what age do you think a child knows not to stab another child?
By about 14 or 15.
Really?
Yeah.
Your 8-year-old won't know not to take the knife and go to daddy and just say, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Let me just tell you something. You know what?
Right.
I want you to know something. When my boy was a little boy, one time I was very mean to him. I punished him. I didn't hit him. I punished him, and he went screaming and crying at me. I hate you. I hate you, and I hate you. I hate you.
And I grabbed the knife.
And I hope you die. I knew he didn't mean it, and it hurt me. Not because it hurt me because he didn't understand. So I felt that I didn't do something right. Some kids don't have fathers. Some kids don't have mothers. Some kids are not on the right direction.
I'm sorry. You have to feel for the victim here, too.
I do. Don't get me
wrong.
Why 19 times?
Little kid who ends up dead.
Why 19 times?
Because two people wanted to freak out on him.
It wasn't freak out. They were sick. These kids were intimidated or psychologically.
Whatever.
They
But
weren't
you see,
siblings.
it doesn't seem like he fought back or anything.
He was a little kid who didn't know better.
Right.
They started stabbing him.
No,
Yes.
what I don't get is if they were mentally.
That means he was screaming and
So
yelling,
why don't
and he
we-
was bleeding,
Why don't we
and
try?
they would keep
All right,
going.
but what
Hold
does
on,
it
why
mean?
don't we charge every little child, 13, 14, who are bullies, and when another kid gets depression and kills themselves because this bully is pushing them around and bullying them in school, and they kill themselves, why don't we charge them with murder?
You know, at some point,
They will.
they have to get charged and
No,
pay
but
the
no,
price.
guys. This is
You
what.
can't have some murder happen. You can have theft. You can have this. You can have that.
The kids are
But
green
you
for life
cannot
almost.
have murder
I'm not
without a
saying-
response that gets the message across. No. This isn't a 5-year
But
punishment.
you know,
this is a
children.
25-year punishment minimum.
Hold on, you know, children 12, 13, 14 are going through a very
I
difficult
know.
stage
I
in
go
their
through
life.
that stage now.
Okay, but
So-
they're going through puberty. Their bodies are
Right,
changing, and they don't know what's
right,
going on.
right.
Sometimes they
Wait.
have mental imbalances.
Hello?
No,
Look
it's
at-
they watch
We're
all
too
these
much in the
shows,
weeds on this. Come on.
and they got
Can I say
all
one
these
thing?
games and all this stuff, and it teaches them
What I'm not
killing is
getting. Okay.
okay.
All right, we
what
got
I'm,
your
hold
point.
on.
All right,
got it.
Gary,
We
I
got
got
it.
it. I got it, Gary.
What I'm not
Burn
getting.
them.
No, stop it. We do
No,
not.
why don't people like Gary take them into their house and take care of them for the rest of their lives? Those
Okay.
two girls.
Hi, hello.
Right?
Anybody home? What I don't get is these people were not from the same families. You can't say it came from. I mean, it's possible that they both had two different families that are dysfunctional. But you know, if they came from the same house and you can realize that there's something wrong with the family and that's why they did it is one thing. But they came from two different families. One convinced the other to do it. There was something.
No,
Something
Esty.
doesn't add up
That's the way
here.
it works. That's what there are leaders.
They
there
were
are,
besties.
there are besties like you and me, but there are also people who are both to be. What do you think? Dysfunctional children usually hang out together. Troubled children hang out together. Good kids.
Is that
hang
what
out-
happened to McDonald's?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
happened. at
gangs
McDonald's.
formed from dysfunctional families. Yeah.
That's right.
I don't
Gangs
know
do-
what happened in McDonald's.
It was
All I
basically
know is they beat-
it was basically two gangs fighting each other.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And
And-
And everything
they were
is gangs today.
and they
the
were
jails
equally-
are all gangs.
both sides.
The politicians are all gangs.
The politicians are all
They're,
gangs.
everybody's a gang.
Right.
You know, the schools are gangs.
Okay, let's take a phone
You
call.
know,
Okay.
okay.
So
okay.
again, this is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can call in at 718-303.
By the way, before you take a call, I want to tell you there's a clever trick to keep house burglars away. If you and this is very cute, spring it on, it's away. Spring is on the way, and we're all ready to get away and book that dream vacation. But before you go, however, there is one thing you should know about keeping your home safe while you're away. Former CIA officer Jason Hansen says that homeowners often leave their porch light on when they go on vacation, thinking they trick criminals into leaving their home. This is a mistake. What you should do instead is buy a large dog bowl, place it by your back door. Criminals are searching for the easiest target. They'll go away, or they'll go for the home next door that doesn't have a big dog.
And you have to put some duty around.
Dude, some furniture over there, thinking that people know he's sitting out there. So these are little tricks.
You
should look
you
into.
forgot the modern thing now. When you're on Facebook, don't put pictures when you're in Florida.
Correct.
That's
Go
really
ahead,
funny.
take a call, Esty. It's all yours.
Wait, no, it's just almost the end of the show, and we have more topics. We're not gonna take phone calls. So if you want to call in tomorrow. But yeah, sorry guys.
I think you should take a call, but okay, see, I'm fighting with you on that. Anyways,
Okay, let me first mention the show. This is the Just Enough Heshy Show. You can see us live on YouTube. You can like us on Facebook. Please like us on
You're
Facebook.
bored, Neil. You're tired already, Neil?
You can see us live on
Are we,
YouTube.
are we stressing you out, Neil, tonight?
We're on
Stress?
Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
No
Because
stress.
Esty could just whip out one of her magic, what's it called again?
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Pot. That's what we're doing. We're trying to get to it in a nice
know,
way.
I really
and make
gotta-
us feel better.
Yeah, I see the cure for everything. It's nice God created it. I'm happy.
Okay, next,
Yeah.
let's go. What show are we listening to?
Yeah.
The Just Enough Heshy Show. We're on Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. You can email us at justenoughheshy@gmail.com. Like our Facebook page and, Twitter us at #JustEnoughHeshy. See us live on YouTube. And, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Like send the girls for a little help, let them go into like a facility for 30 days, and then you let
Not
them go
30
back to
days. You
school.
take them to a facility and you teach them. You retrain
Right.
them from scratch.
Right.
Don't electrocute them or electrical
Right.
brain them and do it. By the way, everybody, I am going away. This is going to be next week will be our last week on the air for a 2-week hiatus.
No, how am I gonna do this?
No, you can take over the show, Neil. You and Esty can handle it alone without me, and I'll call in from Florida.
You're going to Florida.
I'm going also.
Oh, I didn't know. 1 minute she's coming, 1 minute she's
No,
not.
they keep saying I changed my mind. I didn't. Wait, when is it? Wait, how can we have the show on if it's a holiday?
Oh, we can't have the show on if it's out. That's the whole point.
It's not on a holiday.
And Monday and Tuesday is not
It's
holiday.
not holiday.
But I'm going to be in Florida.
So yeah, you want to just call in and we'll just be here.
We're going to work on it. But so guys,
honestly, I can have an entire show talking about psychology. That's
okay.
my
Anyway,
expertise.
we're going to lose a lot of our 4 listeners. But anyways, we want you to be prepared. The next 3 shows after this are going to be real powerful. So please pay attention and enjoy. And we are on YouTube. So if you really get bored, you could all go back through all the shows.
Are we taking call or not?
Okay, fine. Let's quickly take a phone call. Again, okay. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello, you're on the air.
Yes, hi. Maybe tomorrow night you could take just like an hour worth of phone calls.
I know that. We're just taking phone calls.
No, take phone calls. You start with about the election or whatever, and then you go straight to the phone calls.
I know. It was
8 to
terrible
9.
tonight. It's the producer. He wants us to make some money.
Right.
And when you go to Florida, you can call in too, Mr. Fowler.
I know that. No. I think Florida, they're going to drag me to Disneyland or something crazy like that, which I don't know why.
No roaming fees.
I promised my little niece I want to go on a roller coaster. So
that's what we're doing.
Yay!
And during the day, you can do that. In the evening, you can call us in.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Have a good holiday.
Hey, thank you so much.
Dang.
Okay, we got another 2 minutes. So you got one more call, or we're finished with the day?
Yeah, we do, but we gotta wait till the.
So
producer
I'm
finishes.
going to tell you all something real quickly. In what state do you live in? That takes your care of, tells you what kind of a personality you are. Research found that Texans are hardworking, no-nonsense folks who enjoy good company of others. They also determined that Texans were not considered one of the top 5 states when it comes to being open-minded. Also, the North and South Dakota are supposedly the most down-to-earth and friendly states. Surprisingly, New York and California aren't even on the top 5 list for states who are the most neurotics. Even though Esty says I'm a narcissistic wacko, I don't know.
I just said narcissist, not wacko.
Whatever. So I'm not having. Thank you for calling to everybody. Thank you tonight for listening to the Just Enough Heshy show. I'm going to say my goodnight with my goodbye quote, and I think I have something very good for all of us tonight.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Something on an up.
On an up thing, I have to go through my whole list on that up thing because it's not ready for this one. I want you to enjoy this. Beauty is not about having a pretty face. It's about having a pretty mind, a pretty heart, and a pretty soul. And here's something that I want you to all listen to yourself. Struggles. A life demands struggle. And to appreciate, I know Neil doesn't like this, real values of life, and not to be insensitive to others.
Right.
The very striving and struggle and hard work that we so constantly do is the major building block in a person we are today.
Yeah.
This is your Uncle Heshy. I know St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow.
Happy St. Patrick's
So happy St. Patrick's Day. I never really celebrated it before. So to all of our listeners,
Wear something green.
right, and don't forget to call Green Line Building Solutions. And everybody should call Penny because he's
Go
doing very
green.
good this week. By the way, Penny lost a lot of weight. Thank you for listening to the Just Enough Heshy show. Esty's going to open up the show tomorrow. Good night.